It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And a beautiful look at the fountains near Navy Pier on the shores of Lake Michigan. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this presentation. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game against the Bucks.
And they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the results wouldn't have looked anything like it did had it not been for their ability from beyond.
Exactly. They were spraying home threes at a huge rate.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Celtics, Jay Crowder out there with Jared Sullinger. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Jordan in at the center position. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Boston on D. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were, and they just didn't seem to have enough fight to make a go of it.
Now here's Middleton. There's a good screen. Thomas gets a wide open look. It's good from long range. Thomas got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Chicago. It's a three-point game. Brooks outside. Gasol dishes to Brooks. Bulls moving the ball around. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got his first points of the night. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Thomas with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Sullinger outside. 5 to shoot. Middleton the pass to Jordan. He's looking for Sullinger and finds him. That is good. Last season, DeAndre Jordan was as efficient as it gets on offense. A dunking machine, we know for sure. His defense is maybe the best individually at the rim in the league. He covers a lot of area.
He does. And Jordan did have almost all of his points come right at the rim. And you talked about that efficiency. How about 71% field goal percent?
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Thomas. Banked in off the glass. Thomas got his second bucket of the night.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Noah. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Covington. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Butler against Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Outside Thomas. In the corner, Middleton with it. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Brooks. Pass to Covington. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Celtics with the lead. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Yes, Kevin, and he said their preparation for this game was all about defense. Going up against one of the premier offensive teams in the NBA, he said, listen, it's a challenge that we need to embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on this high-scoring team. It's never easy.
Okay, Doris, appreciate the report and coach's plan here tonight. A good one, guys.
And I agree with him. I think he's determined not to let the opposing offense dictate tempo. And I think that is a good game plan.
That's the only plan, really, Greg and Kevin. I mean, they cannot allow that offense to run wild. This game has to be played on their terms.
Back to Thomas. Launches it. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And Jordan with the layup.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Brooks kicks to Butler. There's the feed to Noah. Brooks against Thomas. Passes to Butler. Gasol up top, looking for his first basket still in this one. So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season, seem to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 5. Jordan with the screen on Butler. And Thomas, here we go. Noah with the block. Butler against Thomas. Brooks kicks it to Noah. Outside for Gasol. And here's Covington from the arc. Good. Covington's got 7 points.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Now here's Sullinger. His last outing, 16 points for him. Feeds it to Middleton, and he ducks it down.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Chicago leading. Brooks outside. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here is Thomas. Aaron Brooks picking up that last basket. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got 6.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Chicago making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Brooks. And a new group in for the Celtics. Zeller, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Evans comes in for Jared Sullinger. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. So it's Boston now, following the miss by Nikola Mirotic. Here's Galloway. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. 6 to shoot. Crowder kicks to Zeller. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
A moment now to see the stats for Butler. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Putting up about 24 points per, 2.5 steals, and 6 assists. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
Defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed. That's why he's the team's leading scorer.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Butler, he's checked in for Boston. And it's tied up with that one.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here's Moore. Mirotic. Rebound by Butler.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Galloway, the pass to Butler. The dish now to Zeller. Here's Galloway. Here's the screen. Here's Crowder. Here's Zeller. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Fourth, the Bulls.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
They get it again. No good from Gibson. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Galloway kicks to Zeller. Banked in off the glass. Zeller's got 6 points.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Over to the wing. Right side Gibson. Back to Moore. There's a good screen to end the run. He lays it in. Moore's got his first 2 points of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Galloway. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here is Miles, defended by Butler. Evans dishes to Galloway. Kicks to Miles. 4 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Butler goes in, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. And Moore kicks to Butler. Pass to Gibson. From the baseline. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. Mirotic against Butler. And there's the 3-second violation. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Taking a look at Chicago. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on. And, of course, the Boston Celtics, a game behind.
And for Chicago, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
Yeah, I think it's been a good showing for them. I mean, they should feel very good about their position going into the postseason.
Here is Miles. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Here's Galloway. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Picked by Zeller. Now Miles. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Chicago trailing here.
Chicago timeout call.
Chicago calls timeout. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Yeah, dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
Yeah, they were overpowering it inside, and you've really got to like their chances, Greg, if they can replicate that tonight.
Now here's more. Butler misses off the left iron.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Picked by Zeller. Here's the screen. Evans kicks to Galloway. In the corner, Miles with it. Miles with another miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Butler passes to Moore. .130 left here in the opening quarter. 5 on the clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And Gibson wide open. He shoots. Hits from the high post. Gibson's got the game tied up here for the Bulls. There's Galloway. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's the pick. Outside Butler. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Moore with it. Butler covering. And Moore kicks to Gibson. He dishes it to Butler. Sinks that one from the post. Butler's got his 3rd bucket of the night. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Celtics have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. There's Galloway. Out left to the wing. Miles dishes to Galloway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Zeller kicks to Galloway. Takes the 3. That's good. Galloway has got his first 3 points of the game. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead change, it's 6 already.
Gibson the screen. Shoots off the screen. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics out in front, up by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And the Gasol brothers.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these 2 teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for them. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Robert Covington out there with Brooks. And it's Mirotic in at the 3 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Thomas. Sullinger outside. Jordan the screen. From deep, Thomas. Again, Thomas missing.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
Greg, you were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns in their first meeting. He took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared him down as he was hitting shots. Looked at that bench, man. He had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
Gasol against Sullinger. Dishes to Crowder. Sullinger outside. Out to the wing. And the shot's good from Crowder. And the Celtics lead by 1. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Brooks with no one around. But they get it back. And again, Chicago, no good. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Covington, defended by Middleton. Covington passes to Brooks. Gasol, a screen on Thomas. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Here's Gasol. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
And it's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. To the right side. No good off the back of the rim. Celtics leading by 4. Outside Thomas. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
So the Celtics call timeout, they're first.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Chicago on defense. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And Middleton kicks to Thomas. It's blocked. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And now the stats on Joakim Noah. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 4th in rebounding. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. I mean, you really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Celtics.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
Sullinger outside. Middleton on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Right block shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now, he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
Covington kicks to Brooks. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Outside Thomas. Knocks it loose. And here is Brooks. A 14-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. To the paint. Noah kicks to Covington. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. And now just a 3-point Celtic lead.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Outside Thomas. Middleton inside the three-point line with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Middleton's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Covington, defended by Middleton. Gasol a screen. Here's Covington. Use that pick to get in close.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Chicago shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the free throw, no good.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Middleton outside. Pulls from the top of the key, and Mirotic sends it back. Brooks against Middleton. Brooks kicks to Covington. Here's Mirotic. Jared Sullinger pulls it in.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Right side Thomas. Down low. Here's Jordan. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Pau Gasol. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Mirotic. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Aaron Brooks. And it's Moore penetrating. And it comes off the front of the rim. Celtics leading by 4. Thomas with the ball. He has 6. Jordan sets the pick for Thomas. Lets it go from 11. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Gibson.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Moore with it. Now Thomas defending. And again, no good by Chicago. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. To the left wing. He kicks it to Galloway. Sullinger, a screen on Butler. Shot off the screen. It's deflected. Unloads from 13. Out to the right wing. Fires it up. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now Thomas. Jordan the screen. Sullinger right side. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Sullinger's got his second bucket. Bulls trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Outside for Thomas. In the corner, Miles with it. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And now an 8-point Celtic lead. Chicago's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Moore kicks to Butler. And he gets it to go. Butler's got 8 points.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Thomas. He has 6. Sullinger outside. The pass to Galloway. Back to Sullinger. From 7. Inside. Jordan with it. Butler covering. Galloway with the bucket. Now here's Moore.
Timeout for the Bulls.
Chicago calls timeout. And some changes here for the Celtics. Tyler Zeller's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Evans comes in for Jared Sullinger. And it's Butler in for Thomas. Butler dishes to Moore. Pass to Portis. Back to Moore. Here's the screen. Clock at 4. Drops one in from the wing.
I really hope he doesn't try that move again. It worked the one time, but he's not the guy to be working the crossover.
Here's Galloway. He has 5. Picked by Zeller. To the wing right side. And here's Miles outside. Miles with another miss. Bulls trail by 6. Moore outside. Covington inside the line. Another one falls for Chicago.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Galloway. He feeds it to Zeller. To the inside. Moore with the block. They retain possession. Miles the pass to Galloway. 6 on the shot clock. The feed to Zeller. Tries again. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Right here, over these last 10 games on the Bulls schedule, Kevin, this is how they stack up. First in rebounding. First in opponent shooting percentage. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And also, I love their work on the boards. I mean, they put multiple bodies in the paint. Truly a team effort, and that's why they're the best in the league. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And this group gives us a second look at the shooting guards leading their position in steals over the last 10 games. Number 1, Jimmy Butler.
You know, you watch him on a game-in, game-out basis, and he just puts on a clinic defensively, both in terms of effort and technique at that off-guard spot.
Well, it's a combination of the all-out effort and the flawless technique you just talked about. I mean, that's allowed him to climb that list. I mean, he's rightfully regarded as one of the league's toughest defenders.
Moore outside. Lets it go from the wing. And the Bulls get it back. Evans with some nice D. Celtics leading by 3. 1:05 left in the first half. Galloway kicks to Zeller. Passes it to Miles. Zeller, a screen on Butler. Here's Miles. Again, the miss by the Celtics. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Moore passes to Portis. Butler. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
And the Bulls making a change here. Mirotic is checked in. Butler up top. Galloway kicks to Sullinger. On the left block. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Sullinger's got 6 points. Chicago trailing here. And here is Mirotic, looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Gibson. Back to Mirotic. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Celtics lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
You look at what Covington has done so far. 15 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Jordan, and it's Sullinger in at the 4. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
And the basket by Thomas.
Wow, I'm surprised he took that shot, but he has a huge size disadvantage in that matchup. But tremendous job to knock that one down.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Noah dishes to Brooks. Kept alive, and Jordan sends it back.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Outside Thomas. Feeds it to Sullinger. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Jordan kicks to Thomas. Wide open. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Brooks. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Thomas passes to Middleton, launches a 3, and he gets it to go. Middleton's got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Outside Butler. Thomas against Brooks. There's the dish to Gasol. 6 to shoot. Uses the glass to drop it in. Gasol's got 5 points so far.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Thomas with the ball. 10 points for him. Sullinger outside. Back to Thomas. Lets a floater go. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Misses the chippy right there.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Sullinger inside, defended by Gasol. And he gets it to go. 8 points for Jared Sullinger. Bulls trail by 8. Brooks outside. Kicks to Butler. Fires from 18. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Thomas dishes to Middleton. Sullinger inside, working on Noah. Noah with the block. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Boston. C.J. Miles. Boston with the ball. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Brooks kicks to Butler. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Brooks against Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gasol. Here's Noah. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Very high-quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
Celtics leading by 8. Now Thomas. He's got 10. Sullinger outside. Here's the 3. And Sullinger missing. The Bulls shooting 41% for the game. Brooks kicks to Butler. Gasol setting the pick for Butler. Inside, off the screen, and Gasol lays it in. Gasol's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Jordan against Noah. That's good for Miles on the assist by Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Chicago calls timeout.
And, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And the Bulls making a change here. Mirotic is checked in, and then for Boston. Tyler Zeller's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Evans comes in for Sullinger. And Damian Rudez subbed in for Crowder. And Butler, here we go. Here's Noah. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
And for Jimmy Butler, so much improvement over his young career, especially as a shooter. His rookie year, he shot just 18% from 3. Last season, he shot 38% from there.
Outside Thomas. He was all alone on that one. Thomas got 6 here in this quarter.
The defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. He doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Kicks it out to Evans. To the middle. Here's Zeller. Noah with the block. Now here's Brooks. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. To the paint. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Jimmy Butler.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and field.
Outside Thomas. There's a screen. Butler with the steal. Here's the break. And he jams it with authority.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Thomas against Butler. Picked by Zeller. Here is Miles. Brooks covering. Clock at 6. The 10-footer. And it's Miles missing. Bulls trail by 4. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here's Thomas. 12 points for him. They set the pick. Pass to Miles. Noah with the block. They retain possession. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Jimmy Butler. Gibson setting the pick for Mirotic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And here is Thomas. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Out to the right wing. Back to Zeller. Puts up the baby hook. Rebound by the Bulls. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Moore passes to Gasol. Brooks kicks to Gibson. He nails it, and we're tied up. Gibson's got 6.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
For Boston, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Thomas kicks to Zeller. To stop the drought. Count the bucket. 10 points for him. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Brooks kicks to Gibson. Back to Brooks. Here's Gasol. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Gasol's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
The Celtics have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Thomas with the ball. 12 points for him. Picked by Zeller. Thomas kicks to Miles. Nice D from Brooks.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Here's Moore. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got his 5th assist in this one. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Miles dishes to Thomas. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Zeller doing all sorts of things. He's got 10 points, and he's hit 6 shots from the charity stripe, contributing to their offense.
And you know what? When he's had the opportunity, he's been in attack mode, and that's what led to those points at the line.
Portis, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Sullinger's checked in for Evans. Butler comes in for Damian Rudez. Chris Middleton's checked in for C.J. Miles. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Isaiah Thomas.
Celtics ball.
And why don't we take a chance now to see which teams have been the NBA's highest scoring squads this month. Fourth, the Bulls.
You know what, Kevin, as a team, they've been getting great results offensively. I mean, they seem to always get the ball to the right guy at the right time in the right position.
Here's Galloway. He has 5. And it's Zeller atop the key. And that one comes up a bit short.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Mirotic, the pass to Moore. Here's Gibson. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Bulls.
You know, guys, Taj Gibson now is 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Here's Sullinger. Mirotic grabs the miss.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
He dishes it to Moore. Launches a 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Portis. Got a hand on it.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Chicago called for the foul. Free throw good from Sullinger. Boston making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Second free throw, no good. Chicago leading. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Covington kicks to Moore. Dishes it to Gibson. Back to Moore. The pass to Mirotic. The 17-footer goes down. Mirotic has got 4 this quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Galloway. 5 points in the game. Sullinger outside. Boston again missing.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls out front, leading by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Here's Galloway. Ejuan Moore is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Noah. Then it's Robert Covington. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now Crowder. Shot clock at 6. Middleton dishes to Jordan. And Moore kicks to Butler. Snatched away. Now here's Middleton. Pass to Galloway. Sinks the triple. Galloway has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And the shot is good. And that's 17 points for Butler.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Here's Galloway. He kicks it to Jordan. In the corner, Middleton with it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Brooks checked in for Ejuan Moore. And a change for the Celtics. Thomas is checked in. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. Pau Gasol is checked in for Chicago. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Brooks kicks to Gasol. And here's Covington from the arc. The shot no good. Great D that time from Middleton. Celtics trail by 3. Thomas passes to Crowder. Sullinger dishes to Thomas. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Aaron Brooks.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Bulls shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Brooks against Thomas. Brooks kicks to Butler. Gasol a screen. Inside. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. 11 points for Pau Gasol.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Sullinger inside, defended by Gasol from 6 away. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Brooks, the pass to Butler. From deep. Brooks misses. Boston trailing. Outside Thomas. Sullinger outside. Thomas a screen. Just 5 on the clock. High post shot. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's Butler missing.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Gasol against Sullinger to the middle. Here's Miles. Rebound by the Bulls.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And here is Thomas. At the elbow, Sullinger. Free throw line jump shot. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Brooks against Thomas. The drive by Brooks. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Brooks has got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Now a timeout called by Boston. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
Here's Miles, and Butler sends it back.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Covington's shot is off.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Butler on the way. Shoots from the baseline, and Jordan sends it back. They recover it.
CELTICS foul call. Jay Crowder. That's his 4th personal foul. Joakim Noah.
And the first one at the line is good. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Jordan kicks to Sullinger. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you know know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, two major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior, even in an off year.
And he gets it to go. 19 points for Jimmy Butler.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Jordan dishes to Sullinger. It's Thomas outside. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
First 3 of the half, 2nd of the game. Can he heat up?
Brooks up on top. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Sullinger. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Gasol screen. Noah, the pass to Brooks. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Gasol, 8 rebounds and also a block shot.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Chicago.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Thomas with the ball. Outside Jordan. Sullinger with a screen for Jordan. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Jared Sullinger.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Butler kicks to Gasol. Back to Butler. Noah the screen. Butler attacking. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Butler's got 10 points in just the second half. Celtics trail by 3. Now Thomas. He feeds it to Miles. But they'll get another chance. The drive by Jordan. Great defense that time from Noah.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Covington dishes to Butler from 11 feet away. Jared Sullinger grabs the board. Sullinger's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Miles the pass to Crowder. The feed now to Sullinger. Passes it to Miles to tie it up. And that one's good. Miles has got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
Noah kicks to Butler. No good. Jordan with some nice D. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Here's Miles. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Take a look here at what Miles has been doing. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And Miles drops them both. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Thomas against Brooks. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Boston. Here's Middleton. Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-6 run. Jordan the screen, and Middleton kicks to Sullinger. Back to Middleton, off the pick. Brooks grabs the board.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Celtics have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Now, here's Thomas. Jordan the screen. And Thomas, here we go. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Sullinger, wide open. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 19 points for Jared Sullinger.
Timeout for the Bulls.
Chicago calls timeout.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
And stolen by Jordan. Here's Crowder. Feeds to Middleton. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Here's Brooks. The dish to Gasol to end the run. Can't get it to go. Good D by Sullinger. And here is Thomas. Kicks it to Crowder. Outside Jordan. There's Thomas with the 3. No good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Brooks outside. And stolen by Jordan. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Crowder. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Brooks outside. 1:24 left to play in the final quarter. Fades. Good D by Sullinger. Here's Boston now. They're on an 18-6 run. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Thomas with the ball. Sullinger right side. Just 5 to shoot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. They get Pau Gasol.
Well, Jared Sullinger's been getting it done. He's got 19 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Brooks dishes to Gasol. Shot from 12. And the shot is long.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Thomas goes in, and it's blocked, and they get it back. Middleton inside the three-point line. Some solid defense from Butler.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Chicago calls timeout. They're losing by 8. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Clark, maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
I don't think it's going to happen, partner.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Greg went deep for that one.
He did, but I'm hungry now. Now a timeout called by Boston. They lead by 6. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Foul Gasol. That's his 4th personal foul. At the line for the Bulls.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. 8-point game.
This game's finally gotten away from them.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
And so he drops them both. Mirotic has a wide-open look. Nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7th pass to Gasol. And here's Covington from the arc, off target with that shot. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. A narrow win under difficult 7-point game. Brooks kicks to Butler. Circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, DeAndre Jordan.
I said for a long time that DeAndre Jordan should be getting a lot more credit, and tonight we saw why. He is capable of completely controlling the paint in any game.
When you talk about rebounding, 20 is one of those magical numbers that tells you that a player had a truly special game. I think he had in his head that every single rebound was going to be his. And you know what? Most of them were.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.